Let's do this. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. just
Not
go,
sponsored. Just delicious.
Just go like this every time you have to drink it now. Hide the brand. This unnamed beverage I shall consume. You're listening to The Weekly Chaos, a gaming news podcast brought to you by The Offbeet
and Yaslanagrey,
where each week we go over the changes, mishaps, and news from the gaming industry. Today we have coverage on quite a number of things. I see you have packed up as much as you can into our final one of the year. So
yeah,
where the fuck would you like to start? Do we want to just start with the thing on the screen at the moment? Because
yeah, that works for me. It's considering that we'll likely end the day with Fortnite regardless. It's probably a decent enough target to start with.
Yeah, let's start there and end there, and it'll be interesting. So apparently, and it's not that Zack Snyder is making a Fortnite movie. It's that Zack Snyder has said that he would very much like to make a Fortnite movie, which I have several questions, one of which being, why would you make a Fortnite movie? Like, how much storyline can we really cover? I mean, there is some storyline and some lore.
I mean,
but
that's from, I was going to say, from chapters 1 to 5, we've had a decent amount of story. I just don't think those could branch into a full film. I'd be curious how much dialogue you'd actually have, considering that not a single character actually has voice acting.
I mean, there's the ones that call you on the radio and stuff. They've got voices.
Yeah, but I mean...
But it would be an entire movie of running, gunning, and then finding a voice memo.
I mean, I guess it would kind of fall in the same vein as Hunger Games, because that's the same basic premise. You just kind of try to find some way to add a different plot inside of the plot. Yeah,
I guess. Realistically, yeah. Which I can't imagine it would be a great film. However, if anyone's gonna fix it, it'd be Zack Snyder.
Get a romantic subplot with this banana.
Yeah. Or as the picture apparently has decided, the Wolverine of bananas. But
apparently he's missing, and I don't know why.
Yeah, Peely is still missing, but you can get a Peely Lego skin, so clearly not missing that heavily.
Right. No, he's been in the item shop several times. It's just, I guess, a sort of subplot they're leading into right now. There's missing posters all over the place. Yeah,
which, I mean, they kind of do something like that every season. I guess with the time jump again, it makes sense for something to have gone horribly awry in the process. And I guess Peely being missing is the one they've gone with. But I like the fact that this all kind of stemmed off the fact that Snyder wanted Fortnite skins for his new film. That's where they started the conversation, because he's a massive Fortnite fan. And then just stemmed into the insanity of, I'd like to make a Fortnite film. And I still don't know if I'd even go watch it.
I mean, the Mario movie ended up being a pretty fun time, so...
Yeah, that's true. It's got to be better than Justice League. I don't know.
I feel like I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, I'd probably go see it.
Depending on the target audience here.
Yeah, look, you can't make it too young. So
right.
Otherwise you're going outside of what Fortnite's target audience itself as a game actually is.
Yeah, because Fortnite's not for kids, is what people think.
It's teen and above. Mind you, Lego Fortnite, I believe, technically has an all ages clause on it. Specifically in the Lego version.
That's because that's Legos. There's no gunplay anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you can shoot.
And technically, there's not really a combat.
Yeah, it's just shooting things that are moving around.
You don't attack each other anymore, which is weird because I see all these people who are trying to play it like Rust.
Yeah.
So they have to try to find creative ways to kill other players because you can't directly attack other players.
Yeah, which I feel like there's 1,000 easier ways to do that. Maybe just don't attack the other players.
Right.
But moving on from Fortnite, now you sent me a list of the worst reviewed games of 2023, but I think that would sit best at the end of this particular podcast, as a nice little round up the insanity. So I'm going to flick all the way over.
I just felt like considering that this is the last one of the year, that was kind of a fun little thing to just add on the end.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to circle back to this one. So I'm probably going to work from left to right, and we'll start at the Sea of Stars developer doing something.
I didn't know that Gerard the completionist was becoming a problem, honestly. So this was actually news to me.
Dude, ongoing developments of the... Oops, I opened the fucking link. I don't want to do that. With the Open Hand Foundation, Gerard the Constructionist will be replaced in the new Sea of Stars patch. So I seem to have missed why this individual is such a problem, but I'm guessing he is themed after...
He apparently ran a charity and then has yet to give the charity money to the actual charity.
Oh, great. Cool. So jerkish. Cool. Excellent. Well, I'm glad that's being replaced. And
hence why it says in the Twitch, like, the one thing he couldn't complete was donating charity money on time.
Yes.
Because he ran a fundraiser and has yet to give the money to the charity he said he was going to give it to.
Yeah, which fingers crossed that ends up happening for the people connected to the charity that was meant to be receiving the funds. Otherwise, which, I mean, at least it's...
I've known him actually to be a decent name on YouTube. I'm surprised to think that he wouldn't have enough money to not do that.
Yeah, a bit of a weird choice. Fingers crossed it's, I don't know, maybe a delay for some other reason, and they are actually a half decent person, but I guess we'll find out as time kind of progresses on that one. What else we got? Right, talk to me about this new post-apocalyptic MMO, because I kind of glanced at it. Is this the trailer that you in this one?
I don't know much about it. I figured we could go explore it together just because of the subject matter, where it says it combines Escape from Tarkov and Stalker.
Yeah. It's called Pioneer, and it's a new MMO that appears to be some kind of blend between Tarkov and Stalker. Let's have a look at the trailer.
It certainly sounded intriguing. I figured we could both take a look at it and give our opinions.
Yeah, for sure.
You can throw sticks to the fire. I'm in.
It looks interesting. It's got Remnant vibes to it, though.
I mean, being all first person, it's like Fallout-y.
Yeah, that too. I just meant the city and stuff kind of had Remnant vibes.
Well, dystopian future, unfortunately, for a lot of situations, all looks the same.
Yeah, generally due to the collapse of society. All right.
Which is why when Gearbox was first making Borderlands, the head of Gearbox, Randy Pitchford, took a picture of Borderlands, like the original look for Borderlands, like another game called Rage, and Fallout. He took pictures of all three games to his family at a dinner and asked if they could tell which game was which. They said all three games looked the same, and that's why Borderlands was then rebuilt entirely with a new art style to look more comic book style.
Yeah, right.
That makes it stand out more.
This has got like Skir Ritual kind of vibes about it too.
I mean, yeah, it's looking pretty fucking awesome.
I'm liking the look of it. And it's an MMO. I mean, it might be the only MMO that I've come across that I'm actually intrigued about.
Well, it's not often you see like a shooter MMO.
Yeah. I'm getting like vague Hunt vibes out of it too, like the smashed together post-apocalyptic like half-broken weapons and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. There's not much about this that I so far don't like the look of. Imagine that's the thing we choose to get hooked on next year. An MMO.
I mean, you like what you like.
Yeah, that's true.
Who fucking pissed off the crystal magic?
Yeah. No, this looks very interesting. Oh, hello.
It's like Escape from Tarkov and Stalker, plus also here's zombies and mutants and magic.
Plus here's also Hunt and Skir Ritual and magic, because magic and...
Like we literally went straight out of reality real fucking quick.
Yeah, not as quick as Crimson fucking Desert though, but
Crimson Desert wasn't mind tripping. I'm still hyped for it.
I'm still hyped too. That looks really good. I reckon I'd be down to play that. And I reckon I will accidentally sink more hours into it than I expected. So as long as nothing too bad comes out about it,
we'll see what happens.
Will probably be keeping an eye on it, and I might even
Release
try.
date of 2024.
Yeah. Dev's latest post. We see brand new trailer as well as mysterious date that alludes to something happening on Wednesday 20th. Which was 2 days ago. So what happened? Let me just Google it. Pioneer 20. What happened? Thanks, Ludwig. No, Pioneer game, because it's only giving me audio stuff. Nothing. I got nothing.
Excellent.
Excellent. Did I spell it wrong? You're... Actually, it's Pioneer. It's not Pioneer. There's only one E.
Weird.
Yep. But I'm still getting nothing. So, like, I don't know. We'll have to research that one at some point. But that looks really cool. I'm super exciting. The game's official YouTube channel also has some scheduled premiered on that date, dubbed the Codex of Tartarus. Maybe the Codex of Tartarus is a
Tartarus.
Oh, it's a 6-minute something.
Oh,
interesting. I think I might earmark that one for looking at later because it's 6 minutes.
Well, yeah, we can check those out on our own time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going with that. I'm just gonna really quickly just go.
If you're also interested, you could look it up yourself.
Yeah, I'll
include a link in the description.
I'll try and remember to include the link in the description. But yeah, that looks very interesting. It's only because it's 6 minutes. If it was shorter than that,
you'll literally have me telling you link in the description as you're editing. So
that's true. Hopefully, I remember. Cool. Anyway, next up, Duke Nukem and Ghost Runner Dev, 3D Realms, and Splitgate Ironworks are our latest Embracer studios to suffer layoffs. So I'm guessing both studios have seen people being fired effectively.
Embracer Studios went nuts and started buying everybody up, and now Embracer Studios is going nuts and laying everyone off. It's crazy.
I mean, that will eventually happen once everyone has been bought and hired. They're eventually going to have to start culling people. However, it appears over 900 people. Over 900 people, and they're planning on more next year by the looks of it. Companies including Embracer, Unity, Dungeons and Dragons maker Hasbro saying they expect more layoffs to continue in 2024, which with global recession and dying fucking markets for so many various points because of AI. I'm not that surprised.
It's such an upsetting situation though, because it's like you chose to buy all these companies. It's your fault you can't pay for them.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. It's a case of like they were like, oh, it'll be fine. We'll be able to like make the money back, and then it hasn't happened because they haven't put in the effort and the time and aren't willing to pay for that to happen.
It's just it's not fair to the people whose jobs they literally purchased.
Yeah, no, that's
and then cut off.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate, especially this time of year. That's a shitty time to get laid off right before like the end of the year.
I mean, I hope they're entitled to some kind of severance or something.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would definitely hope so. Alrighty. Peter Molyneux's Godus and Godus Wars. What happened?
Yeah.
Is this the game?
More than he could.
Is this the game where he tried to put it in the same world as Fable, or is that a different game?
That's a different game.
Okay,
this
cool.
one is just something this is something he released apparently like 10 years ago in early access, and it's still been in early access to a point that eventually he just gave up on it, and the world has given up on it.
I mean, eventually it's gonna happen, but I feel like given it was apparently quite a well-backed Kickstarter in 2012.
Yeah, it raised over €500,000.
Yeah, like that's solid. It's very unfortunate that apparently these things have dropped off. Except only the first continent. Okay. Only the first continent was actually free, and then you had to pay €5 to go anywhere outside of the first continent. So not only did he not do well, but they also filled it full of microtransactions just to be safe.
Right.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Which I love that at the end of this whole description, it talks about like Peter Molyneux is just like, I'm not a liar.
Yeah,
I just have big dreams, and something to that effect. And it's like, dude, you're a fucking liar.
yeah, and the bottom of this article also talks about the fact that they're planning on launching Albion still, or the game set in Albion. So,
Right.
yeah, interesting. It's kind of hard to trademark the name Albion, considering that's, you know, the ancient term for Britain. So, I don't know how that'll go in terms of him being stopped on that one, but well,
I just the defense, like the self-aware statement, is just baffling. I'm not a liar.
yeah, I'm not a liar, but like,
I'm not a liar. I just have big dreams. You don't understand.
I'm not a liar. I'm just bad at it.
I'm not a thief. I just have sticky fingers. You don't understand.
Yeah, but that appears to be gone, done, dusted, broken. Goodbye. I hope that you do better next time.
Which, I mean, that's unfortunate because it's like, you know, the whole thing was like a city builder god sim, kind of like a black and white, and it just, you know, failed.
Yeah. Oh well, one of these days we'll finally get a decent one. Alrighty. Former Time Splitters reboot devs share work following studio shutdown. Is this another one where like they've gotten to a certain point of building a like re-release or a mod for or any of those things, and then they've had to shut down their studios and they've just open sourced everything they had left?
Pretty much.
Excellent.
Like here's what we were working on. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
This seems to be the like the go-to thing to do in 2023 is lose job, share current progress as open source tech, leave.
Like, I feel like the whole idea is to kind of rally people behind you. Like, look at what they shut down. Look how much they fucked you over because they fucked us over.
Yeah, which I'm a little sad.
Because, I mean, I never played Time Splitters, but I always heard how good it was.
Yeah.
So a reboot, like a remake, sounded like it would have been like a fucking huge cash cow.
Oh, it was made by some of the devs from Perfect Dark.
That's a lie. I did play some Time Splitters because it exists as a full game that you can play inside of another game, but I can't remember which game that was. Son of a bitch. There's like an actual arcade cabinet that takes you into the original Time Splitters, and you can play the whole fucking game.
Sounds like Deadpool or something.
No, fuck. What was it?
I know.
I want to say it was recent, but I don't know how recent. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what else the same studio has done recently. That might have. Well, it's Crytek. So, was it maybe like Crysis or something?
Maybe. I can't remember the last time I played a Crysis though, and this feels like it was more recent than that. But then again, it might have also just been an older game that I was playing at the time. Either way, though, it was I have actually played some Time Splitters.
Yeah, right. I did not, but I mean, these guys helped work on Perfect Dark and GoldenEye and stuff like that. So, like, you know, it's got good baselines. It's kind of what I'm getting at. And fingers crossed, I don't know, would it be really cool is releasing this prompts some other team to just pick them up and keep going. That'd be really cool. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Rehires all the developers, like, here, and since you open sourced your shit, you can just pick it right back up.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of like when like Fox got rid of Lucifer, so Netflix was like, no, we'll take it. Like, it's that exact kind of methodology. Alrighty.
Or when all the times that Futurama's traded hands.
Yeah. Alrighty. So you're gonna have to walk through this one.
I just brought this up because he's here. He happened. Entei. Gouging fire.
Gouging fire, Entei. Look at it. Look at this little hat. That's all I've got for you.
Look all that different except for hat.
Except for hat. Yeah, hat and colorful back legs. I mean, I'm kind of okay with this one. Out of all the options we've had,
comparatively to Suicune and Raikou, yes.
Yeah, compared to the last options.
I would like to point out that this article refers to them as the legendary dogs. Fucking idiots.
I feel like one of them at least is a giraffe.
I mean, in general, the legendary beasts, they're cats.
Yeah. But really, the inaccuracy of Dextro is impressive. I've never seen Dextro be quite that wrong. However, I'm okay with the aesthetics. I'm actually quite okay with this. It's much better than, you know, suddenly ending up with a giant neck or something.
I just feel like having covered both the Suicune and Raikou forums, when I saw that this was a thing, I was like, well, we may as well at least bring that up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'm glad. Cool. Well, at least we know what that looks like.
Gouging fire.
Gouging fire. I don't know how this gouges fire, but I'm sure we'll figure it out one day. Now, Skull and Bones closed beta impressions. From what I read, it looks like it's going to be everything it promised it would be.
Which is surprising in this day and age. But then again, the head of development is not Peter Molyneux.
That and the fact that they've been trying to develop this game for like 15 years.
Ever since Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag. When the fuck did that come out? Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Scroll across. 2013. So yes, 10 years. They've been trying to make this for 10 fucking years. And
because everyone loved the pirates, everyone loved the whole pirate aspect and all the ship sailing and whatnot, so they decided to make an entire game of just that. And here we are.
Yeah, and honestly,
a game that has been transitioned between 2 console generations now.
Now, this game now has a release date of February for next year, which means that I'm assuming you and I, come February, will be sailing ships.
I mean, why not?
I would like to. But all the closed beta,
Ubisoft can fuck it up.
Yeah, all the closed beta stuff is looking good. There didn't seem to be much that was a bad thing about it. So that's good. Yes, Chris.
I like the thumbnail for the video. I like the thumbnail for the video is, we finally played Sea of Bones, or Skull and Bones. Yes, it's real.
Yeah, like, and so we just need to make sure that we get really well versed on our sea shanties between here and then. I really hope this is appropriately. I really hope that this comes out appropriately multiplayered. That and Sea of Thieves is entering like end of new content cycle, if not has already passed its end of new content cycle. So it'd be nice to have a new pirate game for everybody that likes pirate games as well.
Something that's something that looks a bit more realistic too.
Yeah. I never played Sea of Thieves. I still want to. But this
every time it goes on sale, I'm tempted to grab it.
This might be our Sea of Thieves instead, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know how multiplayer it's going to be.
There's a lot of people on that ship, so
yeah.
But then again, that could all just be AI, and you could just be controlling the ship as a player.
Yeah, but even then, like it we'll see. We'll see as we go. But it looks good. I'm very excited for Skull and Bones.
Ready to swivels.
Exactly.
Port side.
Now, tell me about this Souls-like.
It's a Souls-like where you could parry everything, and I brought this up only because it was in the most recent update. You could parry fall damage by literally blocking at the ground when you hit it.
That's absolutely wild. As someone who couldn't parry to save their life in Dark Souls, I would fuck that up incessantly. Which, given that I am the biggest sufferer of fall damage that we have ever met, could be highly entertaining.
But in this game, you literally can like parry a nuke. Like you literally will draw your sword upward and it splits the explosion in half.
That's wild. That's the most anime shit you'll ever fucking see. I like it.
This, you can literally parry everything.
That's great.
Yeah, for the most recent update to be like, yeah, now while falling, if you parry the ground, you don't take fall damage.
What is this game?
VA Proxy.
I might have to check it out.
Is that Twitter post? Is that or X post? Is that like a clip or something down below?
This one?
No, there's like an actual X post in
I
the
just
article.
saw that. Yeah. Let me open it up. Yes, I think it is. Yep.
Like, is it actually a demonstration?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. You can carry the ground.
It's almost like a logical movement structure as well. Like it'd be a good.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
it's part of mobility.
Yeah, like it's just a mobility cheat now. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, so that's one of the. It has a demo. It has a playable demo on Steam.
That's fucking sick.
But yeah, that's one of the selling points that they've had is that you can parry anything.
That's great. I want to parry the world. Parry the platypus. No, I want to parry the world. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Parry the world.
The world.
What?
Parry the world.
Parry the world.
Little world with a top hat.
Nuke. Parry the nuke.
Jesus, I've come up with the best content strategy for this game. Parry instead of parry. Oh, alrighty.
Parry.
We're now at the bullet holes and braille stage of GTA 6 fan theory.
Yeah, people are going fucking nuts trying to figure out like anything they can about GTA 6, and they think that the bullet holes in a car in the promotional image are braille.
Which would spell out one
more September. It's like one more 9. So people are thinking it means one more September.
Okay. I mean, that's a long.
It's really grasping at straws.
It is, but it's exactly the kind of thing that some game devs would do. Sorry, back on the previous one. Just the parry the worldinator. Anyway. It's the kind of random things people would do, but like at the same time, I don't feel like that's a Rockstar thing to do.
Right.
So good luck, guys.
So
I hope it turns out to be true, but also that's a long time to wait for the next trailer.
Right. People are going nuts. People are going nuts trying to dig as deep as they can into this fucking shit.
Yeah. I mean,
dude, did you see the bullet holes? Dude, fucking braille.
Aliens. Yeah, no, that's fucking wild. Okay, people need to maybe touch some grass. Okay. The day before?
Yeah, the day before, the game that failed so bad that it was delisted from Steam and the refunds and everything. People are taking the keys that they had to get access to the game and selling it for hundreds of dollars.
Is anybody actually buying them?
I don't know, but it's the only way to actually get into the game since it's no longer for sale.
Yeah, right.
So people figured like, oh my god, this key that I've got, it's now a collector's item.
Imagine. Just imagine for a minute that you're selling a key to a game that already didn't progress well.
And will never progress.
And will never progress now.
It's been canceled.
And you're selling keys for it for hundreds of dollars. I mean, look, take what you can get and give nothing back, I suppose. Wait, no, that's the pirate game.
What matters is whether or not people are actually buying them. And if they are, the fuck's wrong with you?
That's all I can... I can't add on that. There's nothing better than just what the fuck's wrong with you on that one.
But people also are crazy and buy stupid shit for no reason. So I mean, what else can you expect in today's day and age?
Yeah. Now it looks like Steam's finally released their full hide your games from other people. So all of you degenerates out there.
You goddamn degenerates. It's fucking time. You can hide every game in your Steam library. You can even hide a fucking game. You can make it private as you're buying it in your cart. So that's right. Go play your fucking furry RPGs, your goddamn sex simulators. Get all up in LeBron James horse fucker 99. Get that high score. I don't give a fuck. No one has to know anything but you. Only you can judge yourself now. Fucking sickos.
I don't have words to add on that. We're not yucking your yum. We're just gonna put that out there. No. We're not yucking your yum.
I have to give no actual fucks for what you'd plan to play. That just all was just stream of consciousness. It was wonderful.
Oh, that was great. Particularly for, and this sounds really weird, but particularly for like content creators and stuff like that who have a lot of friends within like their community and don't necessarily want to out their choices, this is a nice way to not have to have more than one Steam account.
Yeah.
For those of you that really wanted to play Hogwarts Legacy but didn't want to support it, you can now hide it and play it anyway.
People don't have to know about it.
Yeah.
It could be our milk.
But yeah, Steam's finally found a good private system now, if only they can come up with a good multiplayer system. Okay, The Witcher and Baldur's Gate 3 collide in a promising tactical RPG, Beast False Prophet.
This game looks fun.
Now, are we talking about a game that's going to incorporate a mixture of normal movement and like dice rolls?
The gameplay from what I've seen is kind of XCOM. It's like tactical, but it's gothic Victorian era with magic and shit. So you yourself are like a sort of werewolf thing.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna put the trailer on while we talk about it.
I actually have this in my wish list.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I fucking love XCOM.
That's fair.
And this game, it looks fun. But apparently there's like different trees you can lean into to change your like fates and your characters and shit. Include like if you can lean into being more into your like beast form. But everything has consequences and shit. That type of stuff.
As in like consequences on the overall story and end game information? Or like
I would assume so.
We need more games with consequences for your actions at the end.
Right.
It was never a great system, but like it was a system we gave up on far too easily.
Well, to be fair, the games that have tried to implement it never really made anything super heinous as a result of it. Like Fable, for instance, if you chose to be fully evil,
you still became a god, supreme overlord of the universe.
Hey, whether you were a good guy or a bad guy, everyone still basically worshipped you.
Yeah, I think the only one that did a good job on it was Infamous, the first one specifically, in that your power set changed and the way people interacted with you changed, which was good, but I don't know if it was enough. Also,
usually
the fact that there is just straight black metal playing in the background of this video. Like, just that is straight black metal. That's the kind of stuff I've like listened to and played in high school.
Yeah, no, but another thing though is that usually games that have a morality system, it's so easy to just tip the scale in either direction that there's no real risk.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked the morality systems. I just didn't like the way they executed in full. But this looks interesting. That was just straight up of Mortal Kombat fatality. But it looks interesting. Very fitting with its black metal backgrounds as well. Definitely have to keep an eye on that one. But
back when the game, I wish listed it back when the game was just called Beast, and now the developers have decided to put their own name into the title because they themselves are False Prophet. So now it's Beast False Prophet.
Beast by four false prophets. Alrighty, now we're getting another fucking South Park video game. Not sure how I feel about this, but
I mean, this one is going to be, I guess, a PvE type situation, just a big old co-op like type deal. Collectible customization items, shit like that nature. You just fight massive numbers of enemies with your friends.
Yeah. Why is this only showing me Cartman as a Grand Wizard?
Because you're looking at the collector's edition stuff.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted gameplay trailer. Do I have a gameplay trailer? Is that what this is?
Yeah, the release date trailer.
I think that someone is past to level 10 Endless Winter
That's what this is supposed to be. Yeah, that.
Is this a backup, like a follow-on from the last one, that like Stick of Wonder or whatever the fuck it was called?
Stick of Truth and then Fractured Butthole.
But then the new kid came and got in the way. Wow, nice going, new kid.
There were 2 games.
This storm isn't going to end.
But yes, this is following that storyline.
Okay.
You're the new kid.
We're out of stuff. Then we have no choice.
With your own created character.
We must get to the Marshwalker stand. Hey, new kids.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna be king. You chose the wrong side.
Which at first I thought this was gonna be like an arena type thing where it was you versus other players, but from what I can tell, it's all co-op.
Ha! The new kids are dead.
I mean, it could still be arena based in that you can have up to 4 people on your side.
Finish the quest, get powered up,
right?
And stop embarrassing me. Beep.
But I legit thought like the whole thing was gonna be like a PvP type deal.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be like, hey, we're all friends. Let's just kick the shit out of the AIs together.
Which is not necessarily a bad system. I don't know. I'm not a huge South Park fan, so like, I've never played the games. But for those who do enjoy them, it looks. I don't know. It doesn't give me much from that aside from when it's releasing, why it's releasing, and. I
mean, I enjoy the South Park games because it's like the only game that I've ever played where you could fight a giant Nazi baby fetus as a boss.
That's a fucking sentence.
Oh wait, I forgot he's also a zombie.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And you can also have a boss fight with gnomes while dodging your own dad's nutsack.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
I just don't know what to say.
I'm just gonna segue into Starfield here. Starfield speedrunners in shambles after one random commenter unwittingly shares a time-saving tip everyone missed.
Yeah, apparently there's a train that has like a cutscene every time you get on and off of it in the city. And some dude was just like, why don't you just skip it by jumping in front of the train and accessing it from there? And then it doesn't play a cutscene. And people are like, you could fucking do that?
Jesus Christ. So what you're telling me is they suddenly just like cut like half an hour off of every speedrun of it. You are blurry as shit, bud.
I am, holy shit. That looks better on my end.
That's a little better, yeah. Yeah, you have slightly defined faces now.
Yeah, that was apparently they just blew the entire speedrunning community's mind because they were like the only person in the world that apparently knew this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like you jump in front of the train before accessing into it and you just skip the whole cutscene and people are like, fucking what?
That's wild. Can you imagine being the first person to figure that out?
Not just the first person to figure it out, but the person doing it forever thinking it was common knowledge.
Yeah, that's wild. Absolutely wild. I'm also amused that not a single speedrunner tried to find that as a glitch, because like that would be your first thing. For one of your first things to look for is how do we find the quick solve for this glitch? Like, where's the glitch?
It's just like if I just can't figure out how to get past this train. I don't know, man. You just got to bite the bullet and deal with the fucking cutscene.
Yeah.
And then it's like you don't have to do it. You don't.
You fucking what, mate? Alrighty. The ESRB.
It's a time save, isn't it?
The ESRB has started slapping blockchain games with adult-only ratings, so Epic has changed its store policy to allow them. Porn games are still forbidden, but games can get an AO rating specifically because they use blockchain tech will be allowed on the storefront.
Which I thought people had given up on blockchain-based games at this point. I thought NFTs were like the dying fad. We were on the tail end of their existence. So it's kind of sad knowing that there are games that still want them to happen. Yeah,
but I don't know. I guess that's still a thing. And Epic has decided, meh, sure, why not? Let's do it. You still can't have nudes, and you still can't have porn, but you can have blockchains. So
which then it just makes the whole rating and then game library muddling and confusing.
Yeah, no, very much. Excuse me, very, very much.
Because now it's like, oh yeah, adults only. You can't have it, but you can have it, but you can't have it.
Yeah. Speaking of adults only and Epic, apparently Pornhub's most popular video game character in 2023 was Chun-Li from Fortnite.
Yeah. Amusingly enough, they're specifically looking up Chun-Li Fortnite and not Chun-Li Street Fighter, which is what she's actually from, which is just, the huge disparity of where these kids are getting their content at these days.
Yeah. I'd also like to point out that most search for video games, Fortnite, Overwatch, Minecraft, Pokemon still lead the way, and why Pokemon needs to sit so high up on the list concerns the fuck out of me. I'm very kind of glad that Among Us and Cuphead are down there, considering there is nothing sexual about the beans from Among Us, and
people will make it sexual.
Yeah.
I do like that. There's like they have scoring on the side that shows whether they've gone up or down in their ratings.
I like how Legend of Zelda has gone up 26.
I I like that Cyberpunk has lost 6.
That's because Cyberpunk came out was like, yes, you can reveal you have genitals. You can even have the genitals for the other gender. And then everybody saw that, and then everyone was like, okay, cool, we're done with it now.
I was playing Cyberpunk in the middle of a phone call with my family, and I'm just doing a quest line that resulted in me just ending up in a whorehouse.
Oh, nice.
Full on sex scene, and I'm just like, shit, trying to mute the TV. Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Sheesh. I also
like, ooh, bad timing. Oh god.
I'm also impressed that Skyrim is still on this list.
Well, a lot of people mod Skyrim to do porn anyway.
Yeah,
so.
but like, you know how old Skyrim is, right? The only thing that would be more
you can expect the next edition of it to release within 2 years.
Exactly. The only thing that would be more impressive is if Oblivion was on there. All right, now the worst reviewed games of 2023.
Wahoo! Which this listing is based on a set of scales, because IGN rates their games at a 10 out of 10 or a 1 to 10 scale, so it starts breaking them down by their scoring. So for what it says, the first list is the 4s. Those are the ones that got a 4 out of 10.
Excellent. So from the 4s down, then I guess we have Wanted Dead, which I don't recall us coming across at any point this year, but it seems like it was just very bland and kind of missing a lot. Crime Boss Rocky City,
which I've heard horrendous things about. I don't know much about it other than that.
Same.
Like the name is familiar, but ultimately it sounds like it was just not okay. Apparently it was a roguelike single player.
Huh, is that what it ended up being? Redfall.
Oh, yes, Redfall.
Which look, it looks like we have lots of questions and not enough time to answer all of them. But
Redfall
made by the same dudes.
Such a promising game to end up so not.
Especially if it came from the guys who created Deathloop and Prey and Dishonored.
Yeah,
like to get here is a bit questionable.
Redfall I have watched videos of just to laugh at. It's so bad.
It's beleaguered with bodgy AI enemies that struggle to mount a basic defense. Choose appropriate cover or even effectively navigate the world. Interesting. Lord of the Rings Gollum, we should have seen that coming, although I'm surprised it's at 4, not lower. Everybody 1-2 Switch is a tedious and surprisingly small catalog of unoriginal and poorly designed mini games. So it's like a shitty version of Mario Party.
Or WarioWare.
Yeah. It's also on the Switch. Unholy, which I don't know anything about. Gourd, which is that condition you have when you have too much fucking reflux, or is that GERD? Might be GERD. Gourd is the plant.
No, which it's depressing to find that the Avatar game found its way on this list.
Last but a Quest for Balance. That was the mobile game, right?
No, that was the one that just released. The one that we watched the trailer for previously.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know it was out yet.
Yeah, it's out and it sucks.
Oh. Maybe I should play it just for the fun of it.
It's out and it sucks.
EA Sports FC24. Sure. Wow, this list is long.
It is.
Stray Souls, Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 single player campaign.
Yeah,
that's exactly where that should be.
Specifically, the campaign has pissed people off. It sucks. Which I found hilarious because the guy who voiced Kratos, I forgot his name all of a sudden. But the guy who voiced Kratos, Chris Judge, maybe. Last year, he actually was given an award for God of War. This year, during the Game Awards, he stated that his acceptance speech last year was longer than all of the new Call of Duty's campaign.
Jesus Christ. The Bluey video game, which is very unfortunate. I am still hoping to play it. I think one of my children might be getting it for Christmas. So I guess I'll hijack it from them and see if it's any good. Anacrusis, which is a Left 4 Dead copy, effectively. Fortnite Festival, which I agree with solidly. It is not well put together yet.
The attempt to revive Rock Band at most bare bones.
Which honestly, if they decide to bring out the peripherals, which apparently they are,
yeah, they're actually bringing back controllers and shit.
and if they balance the tracks for each individual, I feel like it could come out well. They just need to get there.
There's a lot of and even in the original Rock Band, there were tracks that played easier or harder on different instruments.
Yeah, I just feel like they need to balance the like in Rock Band and stuff like that. If you had a song that didn't have a particular instrument, it would tell you that so that you could opt out of playing that instrument, or it would just not allow that instrument. Like I remember there being tracks for maybe not Rock Band, but like Guitar Hero 3. That had like bass and guitar and as an option on one, and then only guitar on the other, because there just wasn't enough of a bass line to make it worth it. 3s, Grey Hill Incident, Mortal Kombat 1, the Switch version specifically, which makes perfect sense. Skull Island, Rise of Kong. So if that's the 3s, what is worse than Rise of Kong?
Probably Walking Dead Destinies.
Yep. Testament, The Order of High Human, Flashback 2, Walking Dead Destinies. 1, singular 1, The Day Before. The Day Before is easily one of the worst games I've ever played, to the point where I'm afraid to continue running it on my PC. Sure, you could say there are the bones of something coherent there, but even those bones feel splintered and brittle. The map is lifeless, its enemies idiotic, its PvP is an exploitable mess, its story is pointless, and its progression is downright infuriating. While the now defunct developer Fantastic said it wasn't done, certain baseline standards have been established in the years since early access became a thing, and this game met none of them. So it was an early access game by a now defunct property anyway. Yep. So
it's all been canceled. The studio went bankrupt. It's no longer on Steam, and that's why the keys are $300.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Cool. Well, that brings us to about the end of our little thing. Did you want to watch 6 minutes of this video?
I mean, sure.
Sure, chuck it on the end there. Why not? Let's chuck it on the end there. I need to find my watch later list though, which I can never find. YouTube is a hard place to be, all right? I can never understand.
It's a hard knock life for Char. It's a hard knock life for Char. She's baby, she so key. Look at her face, she cute can be. It's the hard knock life for Char.
Exactly.
I'm gone.
Oh, you are. Hold up. There you go. Now you're back from outer space.
You want to say hi?
Later. Charlie! Charlie.
She's made a few noises. I don't know if you can hear her.
I cannot. All right, let's chuck this on the very end of our little podcast here.
Charlie!
All right.
You're getting tangled.
Back to here. Do you want me to screen share in Discord so you're actually in real time for once?
Good here.
You're good?
I'm good here.
All right.
We'll just roll with it.
Tartarus.
I mean, at this point, we should probably not try to push our luck with anything and break it.
That could be funny though.
Because it's a hard knock life for a Char.
That's where we will bring our people. We will follow our way to preserve everything still left. The expedition will carry on. Tartarus
I just want to just be like fucking Back to the Future. Like, I think I've seen this one.
Is where people establish their settlements.
How have you seen it? It's brand new.
Communities appear there, as well as new trade routes and conflicts. This is
there's some interesting environments.
Yeah, and some interesting weapons.
Are situated. You will start here. This part of Pioneer
I'm interested in the what appears to be a lot of flex when you move.
A lot of efforts in
that just looks like Destiny.
And use the best practices of narrative in dialogues.
Oh, a talking puppy! Sold!
Special game mode
Hell yeah!
where other
Shark
players cannot interfere with you or
best
your
friend.
party playing. Oh yes, quests can be completed single-handedly.
It's
or
Jim.
with friends. You can even have a
okay, single-handedly or with friends. Sold.
Explore the regions.
We're gonna have to get you a PC just so you can join in.
there are some who call me
Rest in any of the
Tim.
settlements.
Exactly.
Spending time in bars or playing mini games. Trade for resources and try to gather as much as you can.
Oh, good bread.
We'll just get
Pioneer
We'll just get
has
a stronger
progression
PC for Rin, and I'll
levels,
take this
after
one.
each level up,
Yeah, we'll do.
you get 1 skill point to spend on upgrading your character. This can make playing easier, but without creating builds, you won't have that big of an advantage.
got skill
on the
trees and
battlefield.
such.
Yeah,
Your
wild
armor and
wildlife,
weapons itself are quite
like PvE,
Wildlife.
upgrading
as well as PvP, I'm assuming.
is what actually shows
Poor
your
man's hat.
progress.
I want me a poor man's hat.
I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty dope.
It kind of does.
I'm down as fuck for it.
Чё, ты выпендривались? Нечего было выёживаться.
Seems to be a lot of Russian.
Just like certain monster slayer, a skillful character in Pioneer needs 2 guns. One
It's
for
pronounced
killing
Pioneer
monsters,
though, so like,
another for punishing teammates
Well, it might just
or
be
threatening
Russian or
other
something.
players.
perhaps.
You can enhance your weapons.
That
or
appears to be
modify
Russian
your
on the window.
equipment on the workbench.
Or at least some
Every
form of
step it
Cyrillic-esque
consumes
language.
Resources. Weapons
Well, we got
can be
crafting,
modified
workbench.
more comprehensively
Yeah.
by upgrading a submachine gun to a machine gun, for example. By just
Upgrade your
adding
shit.
modules.
Put a lightning
Upgrade a
bolt on it.
submachine gun to a machine gun, otherwise known as turn it into a sniper rifle with a fucking magazine.
Powerful equipment demands unique blueprints and
Watch me turn it into the most insane sniper rifle one can.
of the loot can be found
Oh, it'd be
only
like
on
Fallout
the
4 when you
right
take a pipe
part
pistol
of the
and you transform it into a rifle.
Yeah.
The right part
Oh, look,
of the
spiders.
Pioneer Island consists of
Oh,
2
good.
regions.
Oh, good.
I wonder if we'll have a true arachnophobia mode.
Nah, just the word arachnophobia, just the word spider in bold writing.
Like survival.
I would love if every
But
game had that
only
going
in
forward.
Russian.
Likely to be an enemy, and the local creatures are decidedly more dangerous than
It's
the
specifically the Russian word for spider.
Yeah.
Just in your face.
Yeah.
and are much less
Oh, that was like the Annihilation Bear.
Oh.
to the players. You can lose all the resources you
I don't know if you're familiar with that
Oh.
infamous scene.
At the same time, your death in a regular PvE zone will cost you just some polish
Yeah,
on
like,
your
it's-
equipment.
A
and
lot of this is
little
also
bit
very
of your
Fallout
drive.
vibes.
Yeah, on top of that,
With,
if
like-
you die in a PvP zone, you lose everything you have on you.
Ah, there's the Tarkov.
Yeah, but if you die in a PvE zone, it doesn't cost you much.
Oh, that's good.
Interesting. So it's like Souls-like if you're up against people, and then not if you're not, which is kind of nice.
Typical
Get
gameplay
dunked on,
the
bud.
right part of the island looks something like this. You're gathering resources or joining your clan members to seize the
Here I
production
am,
point. When you've
looting
gathered enough,
everything
you're
again.
trying to reach a safe zone using one of the suggested paths. Along the road, you're exploring
You know what this needs?
some
What?
Some black metal.
unexplored places. Also,
Straight
the
black
roads
metal.
are
Just mayhem the whole time.
So no fast travel for you.
No fast
By the way,
travel.
Fast travel in Pioneer is possible with the help
Fast travel's
of
for
the
quitters.
guides only.
Oh, you have to take a guide to fast travel. So like the Skyrim with the cart system. At the start, before you know,
You've
figure
been
out,
everywhere.
before you learn how to zip everywhere.
In addition to PvP, MMO fans
Which I
will
mean,
enjoy a
Raids and world
going
bosses?
straight-
adapted
I always
to
like
the
going straight to
realities
Dawnstar
of
because of the
MMO
invisible
FPS.
Yeah.
chest.
After all, it would be fun to see how familiar
Raids and
activities
world
in
bosses?
familiar conditions
But
would
set up for like MMOFPS. So that could be interesting.
I do like raids.
Hmm.
World bosses are fun.
Yeah.
Pioneer
Give me a big
is
thing to
a
take down with
unique
my friends.
experiment. The further you delve into the depth of the island,
Have it kill me in the most
game
bullshit
transforms.
way, and then I'll blame the game.
From
Yeah.
And then I'll quit, and then I'll come back like 5 minutes
to an
later, like, no, I can do
intense
better.
survival experience.
You know what's wild? The World of Warcraft subscription model still exists.
Unfortunately, we'll have to do it.
Like just the fact that they've continued to successfully hold a subscription model this long.
I mean, to be fair, so does 14.
Yeah, true.
14's been in existence now for 10 years.
I say that whilst also paying for Fortnite's VIP subscription.
And then also, Final Fantasy 11 also still maintains a subscription.
Does it?
Yeah. Which it would be nice if
Helicopters?
14 just helicopter.
See you next year. Yes, I think you fucking will, actually, bud. I think you fucking will. Well, that was an exciting 6 minutes to cap off the end. I enjoyed all of that.
Righteous.
There's quite a few games in that list that I'm interested in, hoping to try out. And I hope to see you all there when we do so. So check us out on Twitch, YouTube, whichever it happens to be. Yaslanagrey and or the Offbeat.
Take your pick. Take a lick. You can whip it just like this.
I'm trying to slowly convince the Offbeat. Offbeat needs to stream more often. I don't know why. I just feel like it's funny if I do. But beyond that, we're going to finish up the recording here. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, whatever it happens to be on whatever platform you're on. Leave us a rating, a comment, whatever it happens to be. Yeah, that's about it. You got anything to add?
None particularly.
Excellent. Well, then, bye-bye now. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Get on up out of here.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, you degenerate little fuckos.
Bye-bye now.